Ross, what was the most important bit for you? What is it that you think's driving these shares higher in after hours?
Well, I think that they show that their business is not only stable, but has the potential for a lot of growth, actually. So when you actually look at the sub losses, let's say at Disney Plus, it was really at Hotstar in the Indian area part of their business, Hotstar, and it was really a minimal amount of people and the lowest cost subscribers. So when you actually look at Disney Plus and their ability to hopefully make money off of this in the future, and then the cost cuts, but then how strong the parks and resorts business continues to be. And with Iger back at the helm, it really gives confidence that they can get the rest of their businesses all working together at some point in the next 12 months and really get some earnings momentum back. So I love the report, what I've seen so far, and I'm very confident about Disney's future.
EPS beat in the fiscal fourth quarter, and then reiterating that guidance to hit profit in the D2C business by 2024. How much for you is that Iger doing this, the sort of short-term effect of him coming back in?
Well, I think there's a psychological effect, and then there's a real effect, because the bottom line is Chapek was a bad manager for Disney and didn't do a good job. And with Iger back at the helm, Disney's really driven by content, and it's something I think a lot of people forget, that making great movies is what ultimately drives everything at Disney, whether it's consumer products or the parks or Disney Plus. And so Iger's focus on content and his relationships in Hollywood to get better content and to make better content really bodes well for Disney over the short and medium term.
Longer term, can they square that circle of cost cuts and great production? How is the restructuring of the business and perhaps giving more power back to the creatives going to ensure they can have that balance?
Well, I think this is, a lot of businesses are dealing with this, where they grew a lot of people over the last 3 or 4 years, and now everybody's trying to right-size their business, especially the mega cap stocks like Disney. And so I think having you're going to see this in a lot of companies, a real cost-conscious focus and making sure that all of their employees are contributing the amount necessary to get the results needed from a financial perspective is really important. But it's also predicated upon not hurting your own core business. And I think Iger is the person to implement that strategy for Disney. And that's why I think the markets like it.
Yeah, currently looking at new Toy Stories, new Frozens. My children will be thrilled. I'm looking also at what Bob Iger has been saying on the call. Just take a little listen to what he's saying in terms of curation.
We will aggressively curate our general entertainment content. We will reassess all markets we have launched in and also determine the right balance between global and local content. We'll adjust our pricing strategy, including a full examination of our promotional strategies.
Ross, you reminded us of how big Disney Plus, or generally D2C, is in India. Just how much of a focus does Disney need internationally at the moment? Because we can get very myopic about what's happening here in the United States.
Yeah, so it's really interesting because, you know, Netflix, for example, is a global business, and you look at the content today and you're getting content from like all over the place, and a lot of it's really good. And they've been doing really well with subtitles. And I think Disney needs to do the same thing. And especially India is a huge market for Disney Plus Hotstar, and it's a very, you know, deep movie focused consumer there. So, you know, we've got to make content that really serves the different audiences that are paying for Disney, but we also have to do it in a way that makes economic sense as well. And I think that is a real challenge that streamers face on an international level. But for Disney's core movie and production, most people around the world like that content, Americans and everyone else. So Disney has a great position to leverage their content in every market.
Ross, will this news placate Peltz? Will he step back a bit from what he's trying to do?
Well, I think Peltz is misguided, and I wish him well, but he's attacking the wrong people, and he's wrong about his basic premise of he says Disney's in crisis, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Disney's about to take off. I don't think he has the skill sets that he would add anything to the Disney board, and I think he's going to make money anyways owning Disney, and we're long Disney at my fund GK as well as at my firm, and it's a top holding. But having Iger back and the team that they have at Disney, This is the ideal situation, and I don't think breaking up the business like spinning off ESPN makes any sense. I love the sports business, so I think Iger is the right person to do this, and Peltz is barking up the wrong tree.